Sega challenges you with the ultimate video game, the Sega Master System.
Hang on!
With more accurate control, more detailed graphics, more levels of play.
Awesome!
The Sega Master System comes with power-based 2 control pads, light phaser, and 2 great video games. Hang On and Safari Hunt.
Gotcha!
And with other games like Rambo, Outrun, and Choplifter, the excitement never stops. The Sega Master System. The challenge will always be there.
Whoa, hello. You don't know who I am, but today we're going to continue on our great North American Sega Master System game hunt. That's right, that's where we're trying to track down all the Sega Master System games released here in North America, and we're trying to collect them, the full meal deal, right? We're getting everything. We're getting the case, the cartridge, and the instruction booklet, and hopefully anything else that was included. And this week, well, as you saw in the thumbnail, this week we're looking at 2 great games that were not just specifically for the Master System, but were spread out on all other kinds of consoles and computer systems and arcades at during this time. And those are California Games and everybody's favorite Double Dragon. So let's take a moment, talk about these, and then start looking at them. Now, I knew you were like me, you were gaming around in the 80s, and we all remember California Games being huge. This was everywhere. Nintendo, Sega, Commodore, Atari, and probably even the Apple. This thing, California Games with that iconic graphic right there, that great cover. This was just everywhere, all over the place. You know, it was... For me, it was the first time I got to experience a type of sports game that wasn't your traditional sport, right? It wasn't baseball, basketball, hockey, football, or even golf. This was California Games.
California Games. Wanted for its fun in the sun and surf. Wanted because up to 8 friends can compete in great outdoor summer sports. California Games. America's most wanted. From Sega. Master System and games sold separately.
And sure, like I said, this was everywhere, and we played it all over the place. Myself, I played it the most on the Commodore, and then a bit on Nintendo, but this was really great and really fun to get to experience yet again on the Master System, and it just transported me right back to the 80s when we were all sitting around playing this, dreaming about being in California in that sun and on those beaches. California Games. Here's everything on the inside. Yep. On the back here, let's take a moment to find out what this game is all about, what they had to say as they're trying to sell it to you. And this is, wow, 1 to 8 players. Anyways, this starts off just wonderful. This is pure 80s. Hey dude, get ready for the ultimate in rad video. Sega's California Games takes you to the sunny beaches and deserts of the California coast for some gnarly sports competition. Kick it down on the skateboard, ride the waves to surfing heaven, cruise the concrete on skates or the rough track on a BMX, test your toes with a footbag or your long concentration with a flying disc. In a word, awesome. Oh my gosh, this is... Hey, there's another paragraph. Let's see if it gets any better. But there's more. You can play with up to 8 of your friends, practice events, compete in one, some or all to become the total California champion. And you can play for some of the hottest teams around representing the heaviest names on the circuit. So what are you waiting for? Grab your board and get ready to achieve a new state of Sega cool. Oh, I gotta say what they said in here. Awesome. Oh, that was great. That was that takes you right back. Doesn't that just take you all right back? Yes. Yes, it does. Let's get into it. Released in May of 1989, developed by Epix, and then published by Sega, California Games was a perfect match for the Master System, just like it was a perfect match for any system. This game, as I said, was huge in the late 80s. we were all playing it, and you had up to 6 different events to participate in. And you know what? Here we're going to get to see a little bit of each event, and they were all great. As I said, some were better than others, but you know what? It didn't matter. You learned how to control them. You learned how to share with your friends to try and beat each other's score. It was a great game to be able to sit down with your buddies or your family and have a good 2-player, 4-player, or as the Master System says here, an 8-player gaming experience to have a fun afternoon. Surfing here was my jam. This was the one that I liked the best of all the games, but it was also one that took me a while to kind of figure out how to master. Though at the end when we get to the, well, we always called it Frisbee, but I'm sure it's called Flying Disc on here, so they didn't get any copyright claims. That was the one that always was tough for me just because of the timing and then trying to run back and forth as a second player trying to catch the disc. It was, oh boy, memories keep coming back. And then playing it again, it was the same thing. Some trouble here or there with learning how to become even proficient with some of these events. To go back to the late 80s and put it in some of our terms from back then, this is definitely a radical game, totally tubular, and you totally need to go out and play it. Oh, and there you have it, a great dose of nostalgia, of 80s just pure, tried and true, died through and through, whatever you want to say. Just straight up awesome California games. Hey dude, get ready for the ultimate in rad video. Not even rad video games, just the ultimate in rad video. Right there. Right, that's awesome. That is just great. California games. You can't have enough. You can never have enough California games. Whatever platform you're on or playing, it's worthwhile. It's worth having. Yes, some events are stronger and better than others, but that's all right and to be expected. But get it. You need it for the collection.
And Sega's got it. 2-player Double Dragon.
We can play together at the same time. Watch this. 8 different ways to defend yourself. Observe my deadly sidekick.
Sega Master System and Double Dragon each sold separately.
Well, and now that brings us up to Double Dragon. Oh my gosh. We all know Double Dragon. We've all played Double Dragon. Just like California games, during the 80s, Double Dragon was everywhere. The arcades, the Commodore, the Nintendo, the Genesis, Master System. I don't think it made Atari, but maybe it did. I'll have to look that up, see. But it was all over the place. And here we go. Everything's here. It's all good and pristine. Oh, man. This is, like California games, playing this was just a total trip down a memory lane. It was so fun. Even playing on the Master System. Great port of the game to Master System. Wonderful. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself before we start talking about it as we watch a little bit of gameplay, but very impressive. You gotta love that graphic artwork right there. You know exactly what you're in for and what's going to happen. You know it's going to be a good time for 1 or 2 player. Anyways, let's see what they have to say about it on the back of the box, and then let's get right into some gameplay. Double Dragon. It's 2-player Double Dragon for your Sega system, just like the arcade game. Heck yeah. In a city destroyed by war and crime, you count on each other to survive. You are Billy and Jimmy Lee, the twins they call the Spike and the Hammer. Wow. When it comes to martial arts, you're both street lethal. Leaping kicks, knee smashes, judo throws. You are the masters. Now get ready for the biggest battle of all. The Black Warriors, meanest gang in the city, have kidnapped Jimmy's girlfriend, Mary Ann. Oh no. She's the She's the bait that they're using to lure you onto their turf. You're going to get her back and take care of that Black Warriors gang once and for all. That's right. It's going to take every fighting skill you have, and if you make it to the headquarters of the Black Warriors, you'll face the greatest surprise of all, the leader of the gang. Ooh, I wonder what that surprise could be. Well, if you've played this before, the first Double Dragon, well then you know. Alright, let's get into some video. Oh yes, here it is, Double Dragon, released in November of 1988, developed by Technos Japan, and then published by Sega. Everybody played Double Dragon. I mean, if we thought that California Games was in every household, Double Dragon was doubly. Because of Double Dragon, that was good. And I mean, that's to say that Double Dragon was everywhere. And man, no matter where you played it, it just seemed like it was so good. It was one of those games that you could sit down at any console, at any computer system, and play it because you knew what you're getting, and it was a good time, and everybody enjoyed it. And so that was a great game just to help bring people together, much like California Games did from beforehand. But Double Dragon really could sink its teeth into you and keep you and a friend really busy, or just super entertained for a great afternoon or evening of gaming. Now, I'm sure there are several differences between the ports of Double Dragon onto the different consoles, but I gotta say here, for the Master System, well done. Very well done. The sprites are good. You can get up to 3 or 4 on a screen, so it's not too busy, but it's not overwhelming. The music is worthwhile, decent here. The sound effects are good. It works. It works great, and it's yet another feather and notch to put into the Master System's belt of just great games that you need to have. Double Dragon. Yes, this gets a full endorsement. 2 thumbs up. Get Double Dragon. Whatever system you have, just get it. Even the new ones they've been making for the PlayStation 4 and 5, those, just grab it. Just play some Double Dragon. It's a franchise that has lived for a long time because it's just a lot of fun. Great beat 'em ups. Great 2-player action when you can do that. And just fun. A lot of fun. And here on the Master System, this game, wonderful. Ran well, sounded good. I can't recommend it enough. Add it to your Master System collection. Get some Double Dragon. Yeah. I am just having a great time. Continued great time with the Master System. It keeps giving and giving as I collect a few more here or there, and I play more and more. Awesome. So glad I can be experiencing it now. I hope you guys are able to experience it here soon if you haven't. And the Master System is definitely worthy of your collection as well. If you haven't added it to your collection yet, do so and start getting some of these games because they are great and it is so much fun. Anyways, For this month, we have 2 to add for the collection. 2 we're able to get full meals, complete packages for, and that is one more of the great games, and that is Great Basketball, the Mega, just the Mega cartridge. So that's Great Basketball, complete with the tab, which is cool. It's always fun to see that, like we say. And then we got this, boom, right here, everything in here. It's going to be fun to try this out because probably my all-time favorite basketball game, I mean up to today's, whatever date it is you're watching this, is got to be Double Dribble from the Nintendo Entertainment System. So it's going to be cool to check out Great Basketball and see how this plays on the Master System. And then I look forward to any other basketball games that the Master System might have. Hopefully they had 1 or 2 more on there. Oh, and then we're able to pick up another black box, which I think means it was released later on in the Master System life. And that is Cyborg Hunter. And this, of course, just sounds and looks cool. So, can't wait to pop this one in and spend some quality time with it. Let's turn that around here. And there we go. We've got everything in here. That is great. From Activision. Oh, okay. So, all right. Anyways, like I said, I gotta pick 2 more to spend some good quality time with to let you guys know all about for the next video. This is too much fun. So what this does for us is this brings us up to how many games? So by adding these 2, that brings up our total collection so far of Master System games to 26 that we have complete full meal deals of. I have a couple that are still just cartridge only. But anyways, we're trying to fix that up. But this brings us to 26 out of the 115 that were released here. And, well, we're getting close. No, we're not. We're not getting close at all. And it will take time because, right? I'm in no rush. I'm not trying to sprint this. I am definitely enjoying this and just slowly plugging along, grabbing them as we can. So hopefully you'll continue to be on my journey as I continue to collect all these. And then, oh, yes, as somebody did point out in one of the comments a while ago, when I do say the North American releases, I am talking about the releases here in the United States. I do realize by saying North America, I am, and then not including Canada and Mexico, I'm missing out on a whole bunch of other games that were released for the Master System. But maybe once we finish up the United States collection of the 115, 116, however many there really is there, well, then maybe we can look to see what it's like to try to expand that collection. But we'll see, because I know there's a lot more out there that we did not get here in the States, and that I am sad about. But it would be, maybe it'll be fun to experience that after we're able to complete this library. Anyways, as all, that's me becoming a giant Sega nerd, and hope you enjoy this. See you in the next one, and as always, game on.